And welcome back. It is another top of the hour, 11 a.m., and we are coming to you live on Give DeKalb County. If you're not sure what Give DeKalb County is, it is a 24-day of giving with over 100 nonprofits all across the county, all raising money for great causes, and the Egyptian Theater is one of them. So let's take a look at where we're at so far. $3,864 of our $25,000 goal, so we keep moving right along. That's 15% of our total goal, but let's take a look at who donated in the past hour. So some people to thank. Thank you, Joanne Johnson, Lynn Hansen, Mike Waddell, Kim Royalty, and thank you to a very special beer, NI Universe, who is from Byers Brewing Company just across the street. Maybe talking to them later. Really cool that this brewery has found a way to take these different brews that they have and give back to nonprofits all across the county, and I'm pretty excited because that's one of my favorite beers. So thank you to our friends at Byers. We'll see you a little later on today. And another exciting update, I talked about it last hour, that Stronger Together, unlocking that perfect 10. So it happened. You guys did it. That was $10,000 in 10 minutes at 10 a.m. Is that all the 10s? No, there's still more. It unlocked $10,000 for the bonus pool. So that takes us to $200,000 in the bonus pool. Insane generosity here in DeKalb County. Really exciting day. We have another exciting interview just downstairs. I'll give them the heads up that they're ready to go. So we're going to send it just down to the dressing rooms with Alex and Carla Gulke from Children's Community Theater.
Thanks, Janine. I'm here with our next special guest, Carla, with Children's Community Theater, who just directed The Descendants,
Yes.
closed a week ago. So thank you for joining us here today. We're down in the dressing rooms where you have spent many of time over the years. Yeah, can you talk a little bit about your history with CCT and how you got into theater?
Okay, well, I actually started in theater as a high school student. Actually, as a middle school student, got involved in the musicals and did it all through high school. I actually met my husband during theater. He ran lights while I was on stage, so that was a lot of fun. Then once I graduated, we didn't continue on with that. And then my daughter was old enough and wanted to do theater, and we heard of this group called CCT, and so she came and auditioned. And she was really nervous, and so I said, okay, I'll go first, and then you can go. Not realizing that if you audition for CCT, you get cast in the show. So all of a sudden, I am a maid in Oliver because I didn't know everybody got cast. So that was kind of my beginning, and then obviously not my initial intention to be on stage, but love theater and love all the different things about it. And with CCT and their acceptance of everybody, whoever comes, you don't have to be the best singer, just like, sometimes in the high school programs, you have to be the best athlete or the best singer. And with CCT, you just have to have a heart for it. And so I have produced a show, I have costumed a couple shows, and I've ran sound for a couple shows, and now
I've directed a couple of times.
Yeah.
So you did Frozen last year.
Yes, we did Frozen last year, which was wonderful.
Was originally supposed to take place in 2020.
Yeah, that was
got delayed like the rest of the theater world.
We spread it over a couple of years. We knew our lines really well.
Yes.
And I knew the songs really well. Had to do a little bit of recasting, but again, it goes to show the organization for what it is and the flexibility that the theater community has with each other, because we all just kind of rolled with it and made the adjustments, and then had an amazingly successful show, as we did for Descendants.
Yeah, and we're so honored to be able to host CCT here on our stage. Can you talk about what it's like for those kids, whether it's their first time being on stage or they're a seasoned pro, what you hear when they step foot on the Egyptian Theater stage?
It's always fun to have them come in initially to the theater to see the set, and because we don't have a building of our own, so we rely on you for having us and letting us put on our show. So they literally rehearse for 2 months in an empty room.
Without a set?
With nothing.
Yeah.
And so, and then we've got the 3 tech days here to do it, and they're there, and they walk in, And even before they see the set, for so many of them, just walking back into the theater, for some you can tell they're like, we're back home. And then for others, they're like, whoa, look at that chandelier. You know, they're like, just the beauty of the theater itself is awesome. They're in awe. As are many of the parents who have, we had one of our parents say, oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful theater. I hadn't been in there since I was in college.
And a few things have changed.
And had come back now as a parent of one of my children.
Oh, that's really cool.
Amazed, and she just couldn't stop raving about the theater. And
oh, that's
awesome
very cool to hear. And it's always really fun. I always say, you see the kids step on stage here, and you would think they were on a Broadway stage.
Oh,
that they think they are absolute rock stars.
And it's so fun to see the growth too, because we have one of our leads is someone who came, and when they initially started with CCT, he was very shy, and you could barely hear him. And actually for Annie, we had to adjust his choreography because this little microphone stand completely hid him. And now he is Jay in Descendants, and was, I can't remember his name from Frozen because now I've got
so many characters.
Just finished Descendants on my head. But a lead also, in just the confidence, and it's amazing to see them, how they change in their self-confidence, and people who go from not wanting to say any line to just willing to step up and fill in those parts.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing. Some of these kids now have been on the stage, part of CCT shows for many years.
Yeah.
And to be able to see that progress of being, I always joke, tree number 5.
Exactly.
There's a part for everybody, exactly. But starting, at, the very beginning, maybe no lines, just being in the chorus, to progressing up to being, lead characters in some of these shows. It's really fun to be able to see, and it's not just about putting on a show.
No.
You talked about there's building of confidence and being able to perform in front of a huge audience, and the teamwork that goes into Descendants had over 80 kids in the cast.
Yep, 84. I have 84 students in the cast.
So that takes a lot of teamwork, more so than a lot of sports, to be able to that's a big team. Can you talk about what it's like to direct and manage all of those kids with so many different ages and experience?
I think the biggest thing we try to remind the kids is that we're a community. We're a community theater, and in our community we accept everybody. We have very talented children, we have very not so talented children, we have very older children, we have younger children. We accept each other no matter whether we are, no matter what color we are, no matter what religion we are, no matter whether we're schooled in a public school or we're in a homeschool. We accept everybody for who they are, and you don't get that everywhere. And that's what I think is so unique about a theater community, is the acceptance you have to bring who you are to not only the group but to the stage too, and make it your own.
Yeah, isn't it amazing that pretending to be someone else in a show can provide the opportunity to be your most authentic self.
It can be very liberating, and sometimes it's more comfortable to be somebody else and step out and kind of step outside your shell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, we just absolutely love having CCT in the building here. It's always,
we love you having us.
It's always amazing to see all the kids running around. Sometimes it's absolute chaos, but it's controlled chaos.
Hopefully a little more controlled. But yes, it's amazing, and the program just continues to thrive year after year. We've been around for so many years, so it's great that we have the opportunity to continue it.
Yeah, and CCT is an all-volunteer organization, and
Yes.
you guys are participating today in Give DeKalb County.
Yes.
What do those funds go towards? I mean, it's an all-volunteer, so there's no staff. It's
right. The only we do pay a few of our people during our productions. We pay for lighting, we pay for sound, and we pay for music, and we pay for choreography. So there are 4 positions that do get paid, but for our costumer and the directors and all the assistant directors and all of that, none of those, that's all volunteer. And then obviously we rely really heavily on the parents also. And so any money we raise helps just the CCT keep going. We have a storage facility that we pay for to store what we can, so we don't have to keep spending lots and lots on our shows. We have some basic set pieces and some props and materials that way. We also always make sure to give a donation to whoever houses us for our rehearsals, because not having our own building, we rely on all different people. And then
and I'm assuming the donations help make sure that you don't have to turn anybody away, that
absolutely
anybody that wants to be in a show has the ability to.
In fact, because it's allowed us also to keep our membership at $15 for an entire membership, to make sure that that anybody can be a part of our group, no matter. And even with that, we gave a few scholarships just this year, because some families were just in the position that they just were not able.
Yeah.
We don't want that to ever be something that stops them from pursuing something they want to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
there shouldn't be any barriers to be able to enjoy the arts, whether it's to be in the seats or participate on stage.
And we find that more often with our summer camps, which is summer camps tend to be a little bit more expensive, but we still want it to be accessible for all of our kids. So many of the funds also go to help ensure all those students can also participate, not just in the during the school year shows, but have that summer camp experience, which we also get to have here also, coming up here this summer.
So the arts here in DeKalb County are one big happy family.
Yes.
We support each other. When any one of us do well, the others does well as well. So many wells.
Yes.
So today you have the opportunity to donate to over 100 nonprofits throughout DeKalb County, and we are here pitching, asking for your support of the arts today. So you can go online and donate to Children's Community Theater as well as the Egyptian Theater. Both help each other tremendously all year long, every year. So last question for you: why should people donate today? Why support the arts here in DeKalb County?
Because so often the focus is on the athletics that are in the community, and they have so much support within the schools and stuff that sometimes the arts is just kind of set aside. And but yet it's such an important way for the children of our community to feel a part of something and connected, and also to be able to express themselves in a very safe, accepting community is amazing for so many of our students.
Yeah. So to make sure that many generations to come will be able to continue to not only participate in theater and the arts, but to be able to perform on such a wonderful stage that we're so fortunate to have here in DeKalb County. Go online, make a donation today. No donation is too small, even if it's just $5, can help support kids being on stage, going to theater camp, performing for the first time. So send it back upstairs to Janine, and thank you, Carla, for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And we're back. It was quite the journey all the way up those stairs. So thank you to Carla for stopping on by. We had such a great time hosting them here last week. I mean, to have 800 elementary school kids in for a school show, oh boy, the excitement is through the roof, and it is a really fun morning. So let's take a look. We're still at $3,864. But there will be some more mail-in donations released at noon, so tune right back in. It'll just be me and Alex. We're taking a little break from being on the road next hour, so you'll see both of us here at the noontime hour. But in the meantime, don't forget, lightscamera.donate.org is going to take you right to the page that, again, qualifies those donations for that bonus pool, which is now at $200,000. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you at the noon hour.